Hello everybody, this is RunnerGuitar and welcome to part 5 of Sonic Generations. We have just defeated my favorite stage of all time, and now we're about to take on the third and last level of the Genesis era, which covers Sonic Heroes, released on 2004. Okay, I may like Sonic Heroes but why is this stage in Dreamcast? It was released for the GameCube, Xbox and PlayStation 2, not the Dreamcast, buddy. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Seaside Hill Revamp. I just have to say that compared to the Adabat level in Sonic Unleashed, I'm really glad that they managed to fix all the problems with the water. Because unlike in Adabat in Sonic Unleashed, there is no frame rate issues in this level. It looks gorgeous, the light is just awesome, the water looks realistic without being overly complex, and it makes me actually wish for a Sonic. Actually, I can say that for every stage in this game. It makes me want an HD remake, and I don't mean just like you taking the Genesis games and giving them better sprites. I mean actually making 3D models and remaking the entire game like that. Like doing what you did for this stage, but for every stage. It makes me wanna wish that. The music in this stage, once again, Junze Noe doing his wonderful job with his electric guitar. But I do have to say that I think it sounds a bit too similar to the original track to actually hold my interest for too long. But it's still a nice rendition that not only combines the original Seaside Hill, but also Ocean Palace, the Act 2 quote-unquote level of Seaside Hill. And I actually think that it's actually a pretty cool mixture. It actually gives it a fresh, new breath of fresh air. As you can tell right now by the music that sounds behind me. Really funky, really nice. Anyway, Seaside Hill is where the game starts becoming a little trickier than before, but nothing too that you should worry about. But you still should keep your eye open. And yes, you can run underwater. What the? Ah! Yes, you can run underwater in Seaside Hill, but if you get out of a certain threshold area, you will be eaten by the giant fish. And I suggest that during this, but also once you run out of boost, you will fall into the water, like just happened to me. So if you die, I suggest you save your boost for as much as you can. And yes, the reason why I died there was actually a complete fucking mistake, and I'll apologize if you had to see that, yeah. But yes, I was saying before, Seaside Hill is where the game starts becoming a little bit trickier than before. You will actually start dying! Who knew? But yeah, it's where the challenge starts to show itself, but at the same time, it's not a challenge that I think is just way too hard. I actually still think that the game, even throughout the parts after Seaside Hill and the other stages, is just way too easy. Like, even though I died 2 times, I still get an A again at the end of the stage, I think. I actually think that this game could have used a bit more challenge. I have to admit that. Like, I may love the game, but it does have some flaws, the difficulty being one. And, ladies and gentlemen, why the fuck are we driving a car? This is actually something that came in Sonic Heroes, where the team would drive a car, the power type would drive the vehicle, the speed would give it the motion, and fly would make it jump. But because we're only controlling Sonic, we're only controlling speed, and I actually think that with what they tried to do with the current Sonic Heroes was better. But control-wise, I actually think this car controlled a bit better than one in Heroes. Again, it's all particular point of view. It's all very biased because we all have our personal opinions about the game and about how it does everything. But at the same time, I do believe that car did control better here than it did in Heroes. In Heroes, I found it a bit tedious at times. Anyway, Seaside Hill is where you'll be having that problem that I mentioned during Chemical Plant, where you will barely be able to hear the music once you're in the water. Like, I'm gonna stay quiet right now. You will not be able to hear the guitar that well. gets annoying, doesn't it? Actually, this part, this game, like I mentioned before, has a lot of alternate pathways. But this part, and you can also wall jump in certain walls, which actually is something I need to mention. In the tutorial, we see that you can only jump on black and red walls, but for some reason we managed to jump on those walls. I need somebody to explain that to me. I don't know. But anyway, if that thing had closed down on you before you were able to pass it, it would not open again like some other walls in this stage. And actually, that is something that I find something very good, pretty interesting, because it keeps you on your toes all the time. It keeps you watching and waiting and having to hurry up. And with that done, we have finished the Dreamcast Era as far as the stages go. See, even though I died 2 times and I actually did pretty abysmal towards the end, I still got an A rank. But anyway, with that done, now it's time for us to move into the classic version of this stage. Now be forewarned, unlike the original version, we don't get Ocean Palace in the musical track, so that's very disappointing. But something that you may have noticed is that the modern stage was divided 50-50 between Ocean Palace and the original Seaside Hill, and this version of the stage is actually kinda strange in the sense that it's mostly Ocean Palace. I actually find that pretty strange, considering that it's supposed to be Seaside Hill. But whatever. This is a stage where you will really hate that fact where you... Did I actually jump on water there? I'm going to need to check that later. That is actually pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying before, where you will really hate that fact that whenever you enter the water, you barely are able to hear it. It really angers me, because this musical rendition, even though it's not my favorite rendition of the track, it's actually really good, and I really do enjoy it. So, and not being able to hear the music that much really takes away from the experience, in my opinion. Anyway, that being said, yes, before since I suck at classic, I did a bit of a test playthrough for this one before I actually recorded it. This stage actually takes a lot from the original Labyrinth Zone from the original Sonic 1, which was an entire water level, which some hated, and yeah, they do bring the drowning music. Unfortunately, it's not the orchestrated one from Sonic Colors, but it is but it is a Sonic Adventure 2 version, which since it was the first version that I heard, I still found the most menacing. Ah, finally music, yes! Ah! And that's why I hate the water in this level. Not because it's slow, because it ruins the music. Anyway, just like the original Seaside Hill in... Well, not the original one, the one in modern, the visuals are just beautiful. I love how this stage looks. It really looks... they do manage to balance the tropical and ruiny, is that even a word? The ruins of the stage, and it just looks wonderful. The stage difficulty, like I said before, it's harder than City Escape and the others before it, but it's nothing that you should that you will lose hair over. Something that I should mention is that you can do a particular glitch here, where if you have the bubble shield, this is a glitch that I don't show off. It's actually the Brain Scratch run from it's actually the Brain Scratch Comes playthrough, where if you use the water shield and skip a particular checkpoint, this entire area of the stage won't load. I mean, it will be there physically, but it won't have its textures, and it's just like mind-fuckingly awesome. If that even makes any sense. But anyway, I do find that pretty entertaining, and just for a warning, it actually has to do not with the game being sucky, but because of how this Hedgehog engine works. And be forewarned, in this particular section that we are in right here, be careful with those fucking spikes. Ladies and gentlemen, this fucking stage has the balls to have the spike glitch from Sonic 1. For some reason, it has it in the most weird way. You will hit the spike unless you can very quickly unless you can very quickly move up or down, depending on the case, you will die immediately. It doesn't give you enough time to react, even though you have invincibility frames. That is a problem that we had in Sonic 1. But anyway, yeah, unlike... Actually, no, I shouldn't say that, unlike... Yeah, actually, yeah, unlike the modern version, we do get chased by this huge sphere reminiscent of the one in the original Ocean Palace. But nothing too bad, actually. You can actually, if you try and spin dash and it crushes, you can actually follow it. And even if you hit it from behind, it will hurt you. I actually find that pretty damn funny.
So I think we've pieced together more of what's happening, and it's not good.
No shit. Hello.
When that thing goes through time, it tears space apart, leaving the areas empty and dead, and sticking them in this weird white limbo. When the Sonics accelerate through time, they fix space, returning color and life.
They get the budget back.
And I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.
Thank you, my friend. Beware, for I have looked into the soul of our enemy.
I saw the eyes of Satan.
Darkness.
Satan, he's fixed it. Anyway, ignoring Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2. Seriously, how was that Satan again? We are now conquering the extra missions of the Dreamcast era. And again, I still question why the Sonic Hero stage is in the Dreamcast era, but we are moving on from that. And I completely realized that I passed where I was supposed to go. If you jump on top of the title for City Escape, you'll notice a particular dark hedgehog up there near the fourth Chaos Emerald. You're finally here, Sonic. I don't know where you are, nor do I care. Yes, something unfortunate is that the rival bosses do fight you for no particular reason. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we're going to fight one of my favorite characters from where he was released. And your man, Shadow the Hedgehog. Fuck you, that moon should be blown in half! So, just like the original Sonic Adventure 2, we are fighting Shadow right now on the way to the Art Cannon, the Eclipse Cannon. And I really do love that reimagining of the opening of Sonic Adventure 2 battle, when they just jump in front of the moon and everything. Wait, unlike the original boss battle though, where you were just running until you hit each other, since both of you have the ability to boost, him with Chaos Control and you with your Sonic Boost, both of you have to race to obtain the Power Sphere. The one that gets the two spheres first gets a superpower that he can use to destroy the other enemy. I actually purposely let Shadow get the spheres first, just to show off his attack. Shadow will actually be able to use his Chaos Spheres in order to attack you. They are very easy to dodge, and I actually wish they had done more with it. Like, you are running towards him and he just starts shooting like Toho style, except that without that much difficulty, like without the difficulty in Toho. But it is actually a pretty interesting concept. It's actually really fun to do this battle with Supersonic Racing in the background, although unfortunately Supersonic Racing in this game is a short edited version that ends right at the bridge. Right before the keyboard solo, I believe. But anyway, what was I going to say? Sorry that I didn't lose my track. The music that the song we're listening to right now is a remix of the original 4 True Story from Sonic Adventure 2. And unfortunately, I know a lot of people that like the original 4 True Story more, but well, before that we are listening to All Hail Shadow by Crush 40. Like I said, he just lays the Chaos Spheres there, and that looks lazy as fuck. But anyway, dodging the Chaos Sphere is not that hard. Although I do love how they give All Hail Shadow to Shadow and another particular track to Sonic. I do think that is a really nice touch that, depending on the attack, each one has their own particular theme. Especially because, you know, I'm a huge Crush 40 whore. To Crush 40? But anyway, as I was saying, 4 True Story in the original version, in the original Sonic Adventure 2 was not my favorite track. It was actually found it kind of bland. But I don't know, I don't really like this version more. I hear a lot of people say that it's better, and I can see where they're coming from, but I got a more intense feeling out of the original one. This one just feels like Cash just changed the drumming and edited a bit of the voice to go "Stars don't sparkle, moon doesn't cha-cha-cha-cha-cha." But anyway, with Sonic powered up, we get live and learn, baby! Woohoo! Anyway, to take Shadow down with your Sonic purple boost and Crush 40 in the background, you just have to hit these meteors with your Sonic boost, all of them I suggest, and you will be able to rape Shadow up the ass, literally. My only problem with this particular attack is that Shadow gets the quote-unquote flashy Chaos Sphere powered Chaos Control combo, but Sonic only gets his meteors. That just proves that Sonic, in comparison to other characters, isn't that very versatile in attacks. But still, that just proves that even without being that versatile, he's still the coolest thing alive and can kick any ass possible! With that said, we just kicked Shadow's ass and raped him literally, and we have finished the rival boss of the Dreamcast era. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the RunnerGuitar, and I'll see you guys later!